Fake Radio, back in LA. Special guest in the building. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Nevi Outlyr. I'm from Norwalk, California.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nevi, you've been on the show before,
Yes, sir.
but now they know what you look like.
Yeah,
Before,
valid.
before
That wasn't how it was.
on video. So we had you on 2 years ago.
Damn.
A lot changed.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Little
we
bit.
didn't got active.
You've had a journey. I've had a journey. A lot's been going on. You got this new album coming out.
Yes.
Very exciting. Very exciting. I was honored. It was one of the first people to hear it. You sent it to me.
Super excited
early.
about that.
It was cool. And you've been working on this one for a while because I've heard a lot of the songs and I've heard them like since like 2023. I've heard some.
Yeah, I've been playing them at like a lot of the small shows. I think to some extent me and Hiram might have like Hiram being the one who executive produced everything. Sabi being the one who mixed and mastered everything.
Okay. Yeah.
But Hiram and I have like maybe overcooked it a little bit. Trying to make it perfect, trying to make it like a good listen top to bottom.
Yeah.
A lot of these songs are stuff that I just like made in my bedroom when Hiram and I first met. So yeah,
Right.
it's been around for a little while.
Right. And so Hiram produced the whole thing.
The whole thing. With extra production from AKA John Mayer. He does a lot of stuff like Sock Juice and Eric Dark and Perry Juice. And then additional production from Sabi and Caden Forrest.
Got you. Yeah. And so Hiram told the story of how y'all met on his episode.
Yeah.
But what was that like from your perspective? So you met him and
it was. So I used to help out with this. One, shouts out to Bananas. I was there pretty often. Circa like 2020.
Yeah.
Once I first started getting on the scene, I met a lot of cool people from there. So yeah, I used to go to Bananas a decent amount.
Yeah.
And then after Bananas, I think that week it was like I had just dropped the project, or I was dropping the project that weekend, and I kind of like last minute. Yeah.
Okay. That's what you. Okay. Yeah.
I think I was dropping Broken Lease.
Yeah.
That Saturday or Sunday like that. The week before, I like kind of throw together this last minute show.
Yep.
Barry Juice performed at it. Ricasso performed at it. Eric Dark performed at it. Huggy Does It performed at it.
Yep.
And so I saw Hiram on that Tuesday because that's when Bananas was.
Yeah.
And then I want to say that Thursday is this other event that I was helping out with. And so I saw him at that event as I was helping homie Mitchell James do some interviews.
Yep.
And he kind of just introduced himself. We kept it pushing. I tell him about the album release. He pops up at the album release.
And that was at your house, right?
At my dad's house.
That
So my dad stays. Yeah, I'll say it anyway because y'all not gonna go over there. But my dad stays over there.
Yeah.
In like right across from South Park. If you're familiar with like the Beehive and stuff around that area.
Right. Yeah.
My dad's in the hood to keep it, 100% transparent.
Right.
And there's barely any parking down there. But Hiram kind of pops up in this backyard. and is kicking it with us and meets a lot of the guys. And then I think after that we started going to some shows, support people like Anjanu.
Yep.
And kind of like slowly built that relationship.
Yeah. So how did that transform into him producing your whole album? Because you've been like pretty tight with your producers beforehand, and then you got Hiram on the whole thing.
Yeah, I guess like I think Hiram's cool.
He's cool, and he produces for you well. I feel like just like the shit that like you're trying to do, like he does it in like a unique way.
He definitely pushes me, and I think how it is essentially happened is one, we had the first song he ever produced is Baby Mama. Right.
Oh, that's the first one he did?
Yeah, first song he ever produced for me is Baby Mama.
And he does vocals on that one
as
well.
Yeah, it was a session with him and Sabi and I. I had to run to go do something for my mom. The chorus is already recorded by the time I get back. That hook is insane.
Yeah.
And then I was writing a verse as I was coming back, and basically that verse is what I laid. And then Sabi added that like extra production at the end where we start breaking things down and having like more of a chopped and screwed moment.
Right.
But so we produced that and like one other song that's like never gonna drop. But and then we just start hanging out, right? He comes to a show with me, and then after that show, he just starts kind of pulling up, trying to make music. And I just, like I said, I think he's so cool, right?
Because he plays a lot of instruments and shit too, like
beyond, like as a person, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, I want to hang out with bro, and if the way for me to hang out with Hiram is for him to come and produce some shit for me, then like that's what happened.
And that's like a real like thing, because you meet people and you fuck with them, and then it's like usually when I meet someone and I fuck with them in real life and they're like a musician and I hear their music, it's like 9 times out of 10 is good. There's a few times where I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, like he's so cool and the music's good.
Also,
it's crazy.
Like, no.
Like there's a common respect I think both of us have for each other, and that I think is how we got to the project. But like I've been in situations where it's like, all right, cool, I think you're cool, but I'm not really fucking with the music. I'm pretty like, I'm a pretty critical, transparent human being. And so that it just made sense. And sooner or later we have all these songs. I don't think there was necessarily an intent to make it a project until like maybe 3 or 4 songs in. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's keep going.
Because you were talking to me about, I don't know if it was this project or like a different project you had, but you were talking to me about in like August 2023, so like 2 years.
Yeah.
Cause
I think this was it. This might have been it.
Okay, because I was like, I'm like, Addie's working on a dance album, and you were like, I'm trying to do.
Yeah. That's exactly what this is. I don't know if we succeeded in it being like a true dance. I mean, there's dance records on it.
Yeah.
I think originally I was like, let's just crank every BPM up to like 115, 120. Yeah. And try to rap on that type of stuff. Cause I don't feel like I had much within my catalog that allowed that type of energy.
But it's hard though, because you do all that, but it's also still like introspective and like interesting. It's like how do you like, what's your writing process to like write like, okay, I got to do like dance stuff, but then like I also like want to say all this real shit like within these like 100 like over BPM type stuff.
What I think is crazy is, so Chance just dropped his album, right?
Yeah, I was gonna. That's
right.
Thought about that. Yeah.
I'm a big Chance the Rapper fan. Hiram hates Chance. I probably shouldn't put that. Yeah, no, he'll be alright. You can deal with it. And so I was a big Chance like Acid Rap era fan, Social Experiment era fan, and the way Chance talks about it, he's like, bro, I have the concept before I even like drop anything. Yeah. Right. That's not the case for me a lot of the time. Although I am like I would like to consider myself like a conscious hip hop artist. Yeah. Most of the time when I'm starting a song, I have no idea what I'm writing about until I'm like halfway through the course.
Got you.
And then it's just like, how do I like pursue this idea to its fullest and get like just like the most accurate depiction of that emotion. And so on songs like Stuck, right? Like I just kind of start humming this melody. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I understand it. Yeah. I need a hookier portion. Okay, I understand that. Now when I get to these verses, how do I just tell the most honest depiction of the story? How do I add value to that?
That song goes hard. What was the story behind that song?
Honestly, so Hiram and I tell this story about it at our shows a lot. Yeah. But I don't think I can't quite place if the song was done before this. Okay. Because memory is a weird thing. But so I'll say the song behind the story behind it. There's two parts to it. Yeah. One is he pulled up. I had sent him a TikTok of somebody doing like. Sometimes I'd be like, Hiram, I want you to make drums like this, and then we just kind of explore. I'm like a very curious type of guy in the studio, and so I looked up some. It's like some like aha type beat, and they were kind of talking about like gated snares and stuff like that in this TikTok video. And I was like, Hiram, can we do something with drums like this? Yeah. So we do that, and he starts kind of like creating and fleshing it out. And then I'm looking in my room like, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. Like I just made him do all this work, and I'm not sure that there's gonna be an outcome of this song. Okay. Yeah. Which is usually how the process goes, and I'm always terrified of that. Yeah. And then of course just humming the melody, and you kind of get into it. Now the actual story we tell about it often at live shows is Hiram and I perform at this show in Santa Ana, and there's like 400 deep people. The set's pretty decent. He plays like Hiram, two more, I think Panorama Mist, and Forrest Whitaker, right?
Got you.
Which Hiram Torres is a GOAT in regards to production, which I'm a fan, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the time I end up being this hype man, so I hype him up at that show, and then we go outside, and I'm sober now, but at the time of that show and of us starting to make these songs, I was smoking a decent amount. But Hiram's like a big chiefer, right? Like it's not like some small level weed.
Yeah.
So I go and I think, okay, I've been smoking a decent amount. By that I mean I'm taking 2 hits of the joint, then putting the joint away and saving it for like later on in the week, like barely wrapping my weed. And so we go outside. He has this backwood with like. I'm losing the word for it, but it's definitely wrapped in wax, and then some of the crumbs. I'm blanking on what they're called, right? And so I take 1 hit, and
out of it. It's funny.
I take 1 hit, and then it's like I black out. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit down. Green out. Yeah. More accurate. I green out. Like it's like I can't see everything. Everything's fuzzy. I'm like, damn. I'm trying to breathe, but I'm barely breathing. Type shit, right? Yeah. So then, I sit down. Mind you, we're outside in front of this fucking venue. We're still like, we got done rapping. You need to do rapper things, like talk to people.
For real.
One, I have so much social anxiety in general, so talking is always my weakness. But
got you.
In that context, I couldn't speak, right? Wow. So I'm like on the ground.
You're on the ground.
I sat on the ground easy.
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
Because I had to sit on the ground. So because I'm gonna fall probably. Like I'm like dizzy type shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, Hiram, help. He thinks I'm trolling because I troll a lot. And he's like, you'll be fine. And I'm like,
you're stuck.
I'm stuck, like dead ass. I walk around the corner because now I'm a grown ass man. I gotta take care of myself, right? So I try to go get. There's like a taco truck like across the street.
Right.
I'm walking across the street, almost get hit by a car. Then I stand in front of the menu and I'm like, what do I want to eat? I figure it out. It takes me probably like 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Then I walk to make my order, and the lady asked me, what do you need? It goes black. I can't see shit. Yep. So then I'm like, fuck. Then I go back across the street. I'm like, Hiram, I need your help. He was like, just go get a burrito. I was like, can you order it for me?
Yeah.
And he orders the burrito, and then now that's pretty much the gist of it. And we talk in the back in the green room with some other rappers. I'm stuck in a corner, can't socialize. But I think that's the general like gist of the song.
Yeah, no,
that's my life.
That's correct. You know, that happens. I've seen that same situation happen to many people.
Thank God it's not just me.
No, it's not. Like I can't, like, it's happened so many times that I can't even remember. Like where I'll like go up to like a rapper or someone, and I'll just be like, yo, what's up, like da da da, and then just be like, hey, and I'm like, oh, okay, got you, okay, cool. Like
way too high.
And then what's even more common at like rock shows that I go to, it's fun. Well, this is coming out later. I'm not gonna expose them, but I was at a rock show last night with my friend who just moved to LA, and I was like, hey, just like a warning, they might be like hella coked up, bro. Like I don't know, like just so you know. And he was like, got you. I was like, yeah.
Cause it's hectic out here, bro. Like
yeah.
And I think a lot, like a large like kind of theme about like the album. It's ironic, kind of looking back at it.
Yeah,
is like drug usage, you know,
got you.
Or like drugs and alcohol specifically, and being in the spot currently where I'm super sober.
Yeah,
I'm like at a year and a half or somewhere around there.
Got you.
It's a weird like picture of that time and moment and what I was trying to use to kind of soothe like the boredom of life or like or the grief of that last relationship.
We should say the name of your album. I don't think we.
My title of the album is called Idle Grooves.
Idle Grooves. Which is fitting for what everything you.
Thank you. Hiram definitely made me change that title like so many times.
What was it like? What was it for the longest time?
I mean, I think. Once again, going back to like the Chance the Rapper, because I've been watching a lot of his interviews recently.
Got you.
He kind of comes up with like the project before everything. I think the way that I make albums half of the time is I make a bunch of songs and then I try to summarize the overall state or theme of that project. Yeah. And so at this specific window in life, I didn't have a job. Right. Well, I had one, but I wasn't making a lot of money. Yeah. And so I wanted to make a project I wanted to make a title to that project that kind of explained that state of life. Gotcha. If you've seen me out on the scene or you're around me often enough, I love dancing. Yep. I'm a little bit of a night owl. Usually at a bar, even in my sober stage, just dancing. You know? Yeah. And so groove and groove-based music is something that's super important to me. Yeah. As well as feeling like I was broke and not going anywhere in life. Yeah. So the title is Idle, so not being able to move or kind of just at a standstill, and then grooving, which is almost like a contradiction. Yeah. Because that's a lot of movement. For real. Yeah.
It's a hard title.
Thank you.
You and Hiram have a song together on it. Golden Ticket, he does vocals on Bigger On, but Golden Ticket, that's you going back and forth. What's the story behind that song? That was the lead single.
A lot of, I used to complain that people don't know I can rap. I think,
got you.
I think I am all too often, at least in the last couple of projects I've released, making pop leaning records. Yeah. Just because I'd like to consider myself to be a songwriter, and I think I just kind of have a natural knack for like doing things in that way. When I go in the studio, I like am hyper focused on making things with like lots of structure, or like kind of just leaning into those types of things. Yeah. And so when we're like sitting on my futon, rest in peace to that futon in my bedroom, right? And he pulls up this beat that he made. He's like, let's just rap, right? No structure, just rap. And he gets the first verse done, then I get the second verse done. It probably took us about like a week and a half to finish it, because to some extent that song honestly was like pulling teeth. Yeah. For me at least. A lot of the downside of like only making, I think I was making like $18 an hour, getting close to $20 an hour, 18 hours a week, right? Got you. Like you wake up in the morning, and you're trying to figure out what to eat. There's nothing that's actually substantive for you to actually like provide enough protein enough for your body. Yeah. So I'm very low energy that whole time, and so it's kind of hard to like stay focused on a task, push stuff through, and so usually he pull up, we either play the same beat or it's just a lot about the general process, but play the same beat, or like we'd go and get some food, and then we turn that beat on, and then now it's like, all right, cool, how can I pull this little phrase out? So I feel like every first 16 is easy, and then you start getting into like those little 8-bar segments, and I'm starting like to run out of juice. Yeah. And then he'll write a verse, and then I write a verse, and then he'll write a verse, and like Nevi Q just push through, and then I think like Hiram did a great job during this whole process of just kind of getting me to like push through, because he know I had it. Yeah. But yeah, that's how that one came about.
Okay, got you. And then I'm dumb, so I don't know, but are y'all referencing Pulp Fiction with the
video? Yeah, the video is a big Pulp Fiction reference. Made by Freddie Sandoval. Yep. And I think he had like a general idea of it, and then we kind of just hashed out like different camera angles, because I wasn't the biggest Pulp Fiction fan. Got you. I mean, I like the movie. Hiram's a huge Pulp Fiction fan. Yeah. Freddie's a huge Pulp Fiction fan.
Got you. Okay.
So we saw that like visual reference, and then we tried to kind of just drill down into the whole of it. I had one of my mentors from work. His name's Monty. Does a lot of like music video type stuff. And he was getting on me about making better treatments, you know, and kind of bringing more of a visual language and just storytelling to like my videos. So we started crafting it a little bit more. I came up with a couple of camera angles that I thought were really enticing, like that security camera footage. I thought that was an interesting way to tell the story. And then I think I want to say we shot that video on Black Friday.
Got you.
So we were actually able to buy our whole wardrobe. Not that it's a huge wardrobe, but I bought like probably like 6 suit jackets.
I like how like y'all are wearing suits in the beginning, and then it cuts to the music video, and y'all are wearing shorts with the suits. I was like,
and then we're wearing it the whole time, and I thought it was really fun to make it like not that serious. You know, I don't like dressing up like my mom will get mad at me, and like everybody has to tell me they're like, you have to wear a suit. Right? But I feel like me showing up as myself is like fly enough or is professional enough, and she's like, nah, go put on a fucking suit.
I feel that.
So I feel like the shorts, and if you know Hiram, like Hiram is 80% of the time wearing shorts, a black tee, and some like long ass fucking tube socks. You know, and it's just his hair. So I wanted to make sure it was like genuine enough to who we are as like actual people, you know, and push that through. And then I also felt like the buddy comedy of it felt me and Hiram's vibe. You know, so yeah, so it was definitely a Pulp Fiction reference.
For sure. Yeah. And then how'd you meet Freddie Sandoval?
Me and Freddie went to high school together and played like Little League baseball together. So he's been around for a little while.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And he did the Stuck music video.
He's done
as well.
Every music video for me. But actually, I had a lot of help on the Stuck music video from Monty Marsh and Satya. I can't think of his last name. And then I made the treatment for Stuck, and a lot of like those shots were like a little bit of my Brain Baby. And then I just had, a fantastic team. Also, like Valentine helped with some of those direction points. As well, Valentine Douglas. Of course, like my DJ Ben Berry's in there. Eric Dark is in that video. But yeah, like Freddie directed that video, and basically directs everything I do. Satya was our cinematographer, and then Monty also had a lot of like really impactful creative decision and critiques.
Cool. And then you mentioned Eric Dark. You have him on the song M's.
Yeah.
When'd you meet him?
So I met Eric Dark, Berry Juice, and I think John Mayer around the same time. At a show. Do you know what The Spot is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So circa like 2020, 21-ish.
Yeah.
Like coming out of like the pandemic, I started going to shows because my cousin, he used to go by Console. Now he goes by the Fifth EMF.
Yep.
Was performing a lot. He had just dropped the album at that time.
Yeah.
And that's my guy. So I just kind of like popped out to support him.
Yeah.
And there's a couple artist showcases that were like super impactful for the time, especially for the underground hip hop scene.
Yeah.
And that scene's a little bit more unified, and not like, when I say unified, it's not like I feel like as things currently stand, there's like a very like transplant, very like open side of the hip hop scene.
Yeah.
That is just probably like closer to like the places that we go to more often.
Yeah.
And then there's like the grimier, really like LA based hip hop scene.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more rap focused and isn't as open, especially on queer issues and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And so but fast forward, I met Ben and Eric Nim on that side of the scene.
Okay.
when I first started rapping. And
got you.
At that point, I don't even think I told anybody I rapped. I really just like was just popping out to support these guys, and then Sabi had just opened up his studio in his backyard, so I was trying to figure out a way to get more people there.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool, we'll just do a show in the backyard. I'm like pretty capable in that. So we throw that show, and then I put myself on that bill, and I think that was kind of my introduction to everything.
Got you.
Everybody.
Got you. Cool. And then Eric and Barry just played with Sock Juice, right? That's
currently, yeah. But they both have their own projects and are like super like like Cranberry, not Cranberry. Is it Appleberry? Cran Apple, I think is the name of one of their songs that I was super obsessed with. Barry has like, to me, underground hits that I'm crazy for, and then Eric's just one of the most capable rappers and kindest individuals I know. So I met them on the scene back then, and
cool.
Now they play with Sock, and that's kind of like one of their major things.
Fire, yeah. And then one of my favorite songs off the project, Phantom Limbs. That beat goes stupid. You said that he made a whole different... Bro,
okay, so as I was driving up here, I was watching another interview. You know, the general theme is popping out. I watched too many interviews. But I was watching this interview with the Jonas Brothers, and they're talking about, like, demoitis, basically.
Yeah.
So I pull up this... I go scrolling through my old text messages for me and Hiram, and I find the song that I sent to him. And I remember during this process, I, like, sent it to him. He sends me back a different version of it, like within like the next week or so, and I hated it. Right, like I think it's one, I'm a super tough critic, right, and that's actually really close to the version that we have now. And I think when I listen to the demo, I'm like, I think my beat selection wasn't the greatest.
Got you.
And then it just wasn't as embellished or like having a very strong sonic personality, you know? And so Hiram completely reproduced that, put the guitars on it, made it like very strong, and really uplifted it. I think my original demo is like a lot more like one low effort and like doesn't have as much personality. But it's just also not as well produced. So
cool. But no, that song was crazy. And then the song Blurry Vision. That's like a K-Tronada type.
Bro, that's the last song on the project. That's the last song we made.
That's the last song you made? Okay.
Yeah, we were like mixing. We're starting to mix and master the project, and Sabi was like, "Well, it feels kind of tense." With Blurry Vision, honestly, like that's the last song on the project that we created, and it's grown to be one of my favorite ones. I think to some extent it has a totally different sound than a lot of the other pieces on the project, because it had a lot of additional production. One being from Caden Forrest, which I think Caden added a lot of value, and I really wanted to work with him prior to that moment. Because he has some solo stuff that has a lot of really interesting rhythmic production, as well as like processing. And so when he's in that room, I just kind of tried to orchestrate a vibe that allowed for all three of the producers in the room to kind of have the best, or show like the best parts of their production, right? So I had Caden kind of craft out the drums, so all of that groove is based on stuff that he did, and then a lot of the key like melody lines is like Sabi, so like I think that piano line is from him. And then Hiram played guitar on it and finished off the rest of the production. And it really ended up being one of my favorite things. That I love that song.
Cool. Awesome. And then I have a question. So the song 2019, is that like about like a relationship in 2019? Or
100.
Okay, it's not like, because I couldn't tell if it was like a real relationship or like a conceptual relationship.
It's 100% a real relationship.
Okay, got you.
I actually cried while writing it. This is another song that had like a different production style prior to kind of Hiram getting his hands on it. And I actually showed it to Eric a couple of years back.
Okay.
I'm definitely like an emotional type of guy. There's a clip out there somewhere of me saying like, essentially I just try to find a beat and try to find something that evokes what I'm already feeling, and I just kind of chase down that vibe.
Yeah.
So with 2019, it's a song about my last relationship. And at that point, I think we were on the verge of like non-contact.
Got you.
Not actually in 2019, but like at the
point you wrote it.
Yeah, at the point we wrote it. Yeah. And I don't know, I was really struggling with it and trying to figure out, like, I don't like to like talk bad about her or anything like that through music, but I wanted something to like fully express kind of like the highs and lows, and it has a lot of like visual representations.
Is this because you said that? Why am I spaced on the narrow? Your project before that was like a breakup album about a relationship. Is this the same person?
Yeah, same person.
Okay, gotcha,
it took me a while to get over it, man. Like, but especially during that time, like the circa 2021, I was just breaking up with her, or we were just starting to break up. And
okay, so you were in the relationship in 2019.
In the relationship 2019. Technically, I met her in 2018, going towards 2019.
Okay, yeah.
And honestly, what's crazy, and maybe I'm just realizing it, but a lot of this Idle Grooves album, is like a mixture of being about that era, which is like into 2018, going into like 2021.
Yeah.
And also lightly being about this current era, which would be like 2021 going into like 2024ish.
Yeah.
Because if we like, at least the through line for me in my head, right, is like 2019, Phantom Limb, and to some extent Stuck. Are, I'm just making sure I got all of them. Yeah, at least those three songs are really about me trying to figure out how to get through. Oh, and Blurry Visions. Did I say Blurry Visions?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Blurry Visions. All those songs are just trying to figure out how to get through either that breakup or dealing with the major amounts of grief that kind of come with losing my grandma. Like, Blurry Visions is like a song about my grandma. My ex and I had just met the week before my grandma passed, and then started getting more serious literally the day my grandma passed. Like,
it'd be like that.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Loss really brings.
It brings, and I never met I met that girl the week before, you know.
Yeah.
And so it was that kind of like back and forth with it. And then 2019 is kind of like that bow on the end of it of like, wow, this era was to some extent toxic and beautiful, you know? And I think I was trying to find ways to talk about that whole era of life, that 2 to 3 years that I spent with her in a way that was like both kind, but also like honest, you know? So yeah, that 2019. Gotcha. And it was also like, originally we titled it Was Fun. But I kind of wanted an ode to Mac Miller a little bit.
Okay.
Shouts out Mac, man, most dope. Because I'm a big Mac Miller fan, especially in like the latter half of his life.
For real.
So like Good AM on to, of course, like Swimming and Divine Feminine. Like that whole era really was like super impactful for me. And I had met my ex. So I had met Mac like maybe 2 months before he passed.
Oh, you met him in person?
Yeah, just like I was at my favorite bar at that time. What used to be my favorite bar, which is the 7th Grand or 7th and Grand in downtown LA. And he kind of like strolls through, and I don't really say much to him. I'm a shy guy, anxiety. We already kind of spoke about it, but at the end of the night, I just kind of like walked up to him, shook his hand, said thank you, and like darted out of there. But with that, he has that song called, is it 2009? Right?
Yep, that's true.
And I just felt like it was a beautiful bow. Because also me and my ex went to his, not anniversary, like his memorial celebration
with like all the rappers.
John Lennon and not John Lennon, John Mayer, of course, like Jid, everybody, like Vince performed,
Earl Sweatshirt,
like that big concert. I was
watching the live stream. I was
I was like all the way in the back, and she knew I was a fan, and so she was trying to give me the ticket, and then she was gonna go by herself and so to go separate ways, and then she just ends up staying that whole time at the show with me.
Got you.
But so having that through line of like we experienced Mac together, had this common love for Mac. And also like multiple stages. Like we went to the Circles. We went to that listening party together.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Like waiting in like hours in line for stuff like that. So having that nod to him as well just kind of felt like grateful.
Yeah. Was it sad when Balloonerism came out?
Honestly, that album is sad. That album's super sad, but no.
Okay,
I feel like I wasn't as attached to like that version of him as others might have been. Like I said, I realized I'm definitely like a late era Mac fan where you're getting more of those like kind of smooth sonic sounds.
Right. Cool. Awesome. And then you have like a pretty consistent crew around you.
Yeah.
With like Hiram and Huggy and Wasabi and all those guys. Because I met this guy after our last interview. How'd you meet Valentine?
Valentine Douglas?
Yeah.
Bro, don't forget Ben Berry. That's my guy.
Of course.
Ben Berry. Ben Berry,
my
guy.
About him at length on the last one we did.
I used to work and help out with this thing that was going on in the city. It's called. It used to go by Soulful of Noise, which is like this big open mic,
right?
Primarily focused on like soul adjacent like artists.
Yeah.
And he would just pull up to that all the time, and then they were hosting this thing. I think it was like on Thursday nights at the Buena Planta. Okay. And Ben used to DJ for that event via like the connection through me, and then Val would go all the time.
Yeah.
And this girl named Shell used to go all the time, and then we just kind of like bonded. And
oh wait, Shell. Oh, I know. Oh, hella. That was my old coworker.
I rock with Shell. She's cool.
Yeah, she's cool. Yeah. That's funny. I was like, I know who that is.
Yeah.
We work together.
They're cool people, bro.
Yeah. Fire. Cool. Because I saw him at one of your shows, and I was like, oh, this is very nostalgic. Because one of my friends from back home has like a similar music style.
Yeah, he's so soulful, bro. He's so soulful. Love the guy, man.
Real. Word. All right. Idle Grooves coming out
September 12th.
What's your favorite song on the project?
Currently, probably Blurry Visions.
Okay.
Okay. I think sometimes I feel like M's is up there too.
M's is good too.
Yeah, I don't listen to it that often, but I think I like the songwriting on it a lot, and I think that this is cheating, but like that and like Stuck kind of like are a pretty decent like summary of like the sonic thing we were chasing a little bit.
Yeah.
In that, like, I feel like dance music that's like a little bit retro feeling. Like those songs are super retro. Even Stuck just feels. I mean, M's and Stuck both feel like 80s adjacent.
That is very 80s synth kind of. Type shit. Yeah, that's cool. And then, in terms of like. What music styles were you listening to a lot of 80s synth?
Nah.
I
think mainly it was just like I was outside. I think some of that is just like I felt like a lot of this is driven by some of Hiram's taste and then my taste as well.
Got you.
But I think his sonic like touch points, especially once you get to know the guy, is a lot more in that wheelhouse. Like, I think he comes from a lot more, I don't want to say hard rock, but he comes from, like, metal and stuff like that. And his parents were into more of, like, the 80s adjacent stuff. My people were a lot more into, like, my mom's, like, super Christian, and she's a minister, and my sister's a minister. So a lot of that was like soul and gospel, and my dad's more into like Motown, which is soul and gospel and stuff like that. But I be outside, and when I'm outside, I love dance music a lot, or at least I love dancing and dance music, and that's a good percentage of my life. So lots of like house, techno, even like some dark wave stuff.
Cool. And you love dance music. What spots are you hitting up in like the scene where you like to dance?
Spots. So my home is the shortstop in Echo Park. That's where I'm at super often. Outside of the shortstop, I think, especially at different eras, but in that era, the DJ I was following a lot was Area Hall.
Okay.
He was doing a lot of really cool events. I like Rose God. I think she's super amazing.
Cool.
DJ Mish, I think, is also super cool.
Cool. I've seen you and Ben Berry posted up at the Friend.
Bro, Ben, of course, Ben Berry, wherever he plays, we're there super often. And then DJ Xavier, is Raw, wherever they're posted up. I'm probably there as well. So,
cool.
A lot of DJ based, but if it's not DJ based, I'm usually at the shortstop.
Fire. And what did you think of that Chance the Rapper?
So I'm on like listen probably 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to let it grow on me. I think in high school I played football, and I was the kid, instead of doing the Ric Flair Woo type stuff.
Yeah.
I was out there, like like just screaming while I come out. So
because like acid rap coloring book, because I was like in high school and that was coming, so you were probably like senior.
Yeah, I'm 28, so my senior year, the acid rap probably was just about to drop, like circa like 2013.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a freshman when acid rap. And
so I'm like acid rap in 10 Day era. Like I remember when acid rap dropped, because I was already like banging like 10 Day like that, right?
Yeah.
So I was like really a fan in social experiment era, like SoundCloud era of Chance. Super impactful for me. Wasn't as fun. I mean, I liked coloring book. I think I was a fan of it to some extent. I didn't like how the public reacted to it. It kind of like made me pull back some. Specifically, I would love for Chance to hear this at some point, right? But I think he alienated us a little bit. With at least how he was talking about acid rap during the coloring book era. You know,
he was kind of
It was like,
that's true.
And I think I was really attached to that Chance. Like I'm a suburban urban type dude. And so I really didn't start using drugs until I was like in my mid 20s, right?
Yeah.
But it was he kind of like shamed the old version of himself.
Yeah.
And also seeing people who didn't look like me talk about that old project in a certain in a certain way. It felt like it got like whitewashed a little bit with like very Methodist Christian ideals. And at that point I was at a Christian college, and it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So once we finally got to the big day, I just kind of started falling back. And then this era he's piqued my interest a lot. I like the interviews. I feel like he's been super insightful. I feel like he's rapping really well. And what I really liked about acid rap is how tight the songwriting was. And as well as like his imagery, because I think he's one of the best users of like actual literary devices in hip hop. And so I'm letting the songs grow on me, but I think what I desire more of in this project is maybe more concise songwriting, or like
that's true.
Like
there are some long songs on that one.
They're long, and then also just like I feel like he at least at this point in my life, I've gotten more accustomed to like indie and like just kind of like the wide range of different music.
Yeah.
And when songs feel like they're either like forced into like boxes and or like it's just kind of copy paste sections. Without like smooth transitions or things that kind of tie things together.
Yeah.
I'm like not as fond of it. And I feel like this project, at least for my first couple of listens, don't have enough movement. But the writing's immaculate. Like he's rapping at a spot like that makes me feel like it's old Chance, but I just wish that the production elements were
he cut off too many social experiment people because I checked the production credits and I was like,
oh, you got his Nico Siegel.
Yeah, like he's not on there, like or like Nate Fox is on one song, Peter Cottontail's on one song, like these are all big day people, bro. Like that was the issue with that, and then you doing that again on this one. It's like you're writing better, he's singing better too. I'll give him that, but like he's like the production's just off the whole time because I'm like,
I think that's it. Like when you lose that, like you have to have the right people around, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And without having the right people around, people pushing forward the production in different ways, you're going to like lose a lot of that value. And I think Acid Rap is his best project sonically thus far because of that concise songwriting, but also because that production is. It moves. It doesn't like you're not just getting like stuck in different moments. You can. It feels concise in that side as well.
Yeah.
And I don't. From the first couple of listens, I'm not getting enough of that. Now, sonic ideas like some of the motifs he's playing with, or like just his writing concepts and like making sure those are like really being communicated well, he's killing that. Really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the song the Negro Problem, or like
that one's
the Negro Problem's good.
That one was good.
Yeah, or like the concept behind the one about the like letters, right? Like I like the concept behind like his song Letters, but production wise, I'm like I just need, I'm not gonna say better producers, but I want somebody to like really make this song move.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, other than that, I love the writing.
Cool.
Love the writing.
Real. All right. Cool. All right. Now, Fake Radio. We got the game. Choose one person who you want to work with, you haven't worked with yet. And then one person. It can be. I mean, it could be the same person you said last. I don't remember what you said last time, but.
Ooh. Locally, I think Zayar Cap's production's super fire.
That would be cool.
I'd be interesting on what like somebody like me and Claro could do, or like.
Okay.
I don't think people are aware of like. I feel like I'm a conscious hip hop like writer.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough in my catalog that really allows for me to like communicate something like that. But like Mick Jenkins would be fire.
That would be crazy. Yeah.
Maybe Chance, but I'm scared to meet my heroes. And I like hearing how Tyler talks about music. I wonder how that would be.
Yeah.
To kind of sit in there with.
Do you say, because you keep like bringing up the timelines and stuff when we're talking about songs, are you one of those people who like you write in the moment, or you have to like write after the moment, like you write about something like from 2 years ago type
It's a mixture. I definitely
gotcha.
like I'm the guy who, especially when I was younger, I'd just be like, I'm having a crazy day. Somebody made me mad. I'm gonna go write. Right?
Yeah.
Songs like Phantom Limb happened. I mean, it's reflective of that past relationship, but it was like, all right, cool. I went into my car, took a shot of tequila, and then came back in the house and was like, dang, I don't really have any place to go.
Yeah.
Wrote that chorus, turned on the beat, and then was reflecting. You know.
Cool.
Blurry Visions is also another song where it's like kind of reflecting.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'll write like immediately after. But half the time it just ends up being like long verses.
Got you. Well, it's a how are you feeling leading up to the album dropping? How are you like?
I love. Yeah. I have this bad habit of being super transparent.
Yeah.
But transparently discouraged at different points. Okay. You know what I mean?
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm really proud of the music.
Yeah. As you should be.
I'm interested in the state of the music industry, and to some extent I'm like encouraged by the state of the music industry, at least on this like underground level.
Yeah.
But I just really hope people listen, you know, and like there's a means and a way to get people to listen.
Yeah.
So I can create more art, and sometimes I'm not as hopeful about the state of things, and being in a position where art is reinforced. But about that, so music, oh bro, I feel like it's so good, you know, and I really hope that the transmission of good ideas happens in a way that it used to, you know, because I'm really proud of this project and I put too much time into it.
Yeah. And then last question, you're one of my favorite performers in the LA scene, and also one of my favorite just like hosts, MCs in the music. I remember like when I was doing Fake Friends jam session, like I hosted that one, and my friend who performed, she's not from LA, or they're not from LA, so they were like, oh, like you were a good like host, and I was like, see, like Nevi, I was like, I named you, I was like, Nevi's one of the good hosts, so I like kind of got my inspo with when I did that. But do you have any like host inspirations when you first started doing that, or performance inspirations to how you kind of crafted the style that, because it's very inspired when I see it, kind of the loose nature of it.
I feel like I kind of have to like point to like maybe like the church I grew up in.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like the church I grew up in.
Yeah.
And I like how like my bishop used to make people react, and then I think some of that is also like my family's super catty and super shady.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Not in like they do a bunch of like weird like mean stuff, you know what I mean? But like we throw a lot of jabs at each other.
Okay. Okay.
And talk a lot of shit. And I think, plus I used to host the open mic in college pretty often, so the mixture of kind of like that, the jabs, and like the playful nature of stuff that like my father or my mother or like Monty Staff, rest in peace, would do when they're hosting stuff is more, I just kind of like took some of that along with like the bishop of the church I was at when I was growing up, Bishop Todd W. Irvin.
Yeah.
He's just really just talking shit all day, or like mixing in like little stories while preaching. And I looked at stuff like that, and I was like, I kind of just wanted to learn how to do that and his cadence and stuff like that. So that's that, and like Gerard Carmichael.
I caught that. Like, yeah.
Those
similar kind of,
all of those together, it just felt like me.
Awesome. Well, you have any future plans after the album, or you just?
I'm trying to look. So as we pulled up today, I was like, bro, what type of laptop are you getting? I'm trying to just start recording a little bit more by myself. I think like people like Hiram bring out such a different side of me. You know. But I feel like I haven't done a good job of like really showing what type of like conscious hip hop artist I am publicly. You know what I mean? Like maybe if you like see one of the freestyle videos that I've done, like that, you start seeing a little bit of like where I come from, at least in thought. I've been saying for a while that I want to like release like a rap project. And so I think I have a couple of songs that I've like fully written, but I haven't recorded, and they've kind of been stacking up for years. So I kind of just want to like pull together like a possible like a mixtape style, like not on other people's beats per se, but just like a collection of like freestyles and like loose concepts.
Yeah.
And put something like that out. So I think that's my next project that I'm kind of working through.
Cool. Awesome. Well, looking forward to hear it. But for now, stream Idle Grooves.
September 12th.
Shout out. Thank you for pulling through. And
thank you.
We'll see you next time. Peace out.